Sausage Party stands as a groundbreaking achievement in animated cinema, representing the first widely released R-rated computer-animated feature film in cinematic history. This audacious project emerged from the creative minds of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who transformed a simple comedic concept into a sophisticated allegory that challenges conventional storytelling boundaries, while delivering unprecedented. The film opens within the fluorescent-lit aisles of Shopwell's, a bustling supermarket that serves as the entire universe for its anthropomorphic food inhabitants. Every morning begins with a jubilant musical number called The Great Beyond, where packages of food items sing in harmonious celebration of their anticipated destiny. Frank, a plump bratwurst sausage, voiced with characteristic enthusiasm by Seth Rogen, awakens alongside his fellow sausages in their cramped package dwelling. His entire existence revolves around the fervent hope of being chosen by human shoppers, whom the foods worship as divine beings capable of transporting them to paradise. The supermarket operates as a meticulously organized society where each aisle represents distinct cultural territory. The produce section bustles with fresh fruits and vegetables maintaining their crisp appearances, while the international foods aisle houses diverse communities that mirror real-world ethnic neighborhoods. Frank's package sits prominently in the meat section, surrounded by various protein products that share his unwavering faith in the great beyond mythology. Brenda, a sultry hot dog bun portrayed by Kristen Wiig, occupies the adjacent bakery aisle in her own package alongside fellow buns. Their relationship transcends the physical boundaries of their respective packages, built upon romantic fantasies of finally consummating their love once they reach the promised great beyond. The sexual tension between Frank and Brenda provides both comedic relief and emotional depth, as their desires remain forever unfulfilled within the confines of their current existence. The supporting cast of Frank's package includes Carl, a neurotic sausage voiced by Jonah Hill, and Barry, a deformed and slightly bent sausage brought to life by Cera. Barry's physical imperfections make him the target of constant ridicule from his fellow sausages, creating an underlying theme of acceptance and belonging that resonates throughout the narrative. These characters establish the close-knit community dynamics that will be shattered by the revelations to come. The morning routine continues, with various food items preparing themselves for potential selection. Honey mustard, a grizzled condiment container voiced by Danny McBride, stands apart from the general optimism pervading the store. His weathered appearance and cynical demeanor hint at knowledge that extends beyond the accepted beliefs of his fellow groceries. The other items dismiss his pessimistic attitude as the ramblings of an expired product, unaware that his skepticism stems from first-hand experience rather than mere speculation. The religious undertones become immediately apparent as the foods engage in ritualistic behavior designed to attract the attention of their human gods. They arrange themselves in appealing displays, maintain their freshness through sheer willpower, and express gratitude for their existence through constant worship. This elaborate belief system provides structure and meaning to their lives while simultaneously blinding them to the reality of their situation. When shoppers enter the store, the foods experience religious ecstasy at the prospect of divine selection. The humans move through the aisles with purposeful intent, examining products with the detached efficiency of consumers making purchasing decisions. The foods interpret these examinations as divine judgment, with selection representing ultimate salvation and rejection, meaning continued waiting for another opportunity at transcendence. The pivotal moment arrives when a female shopper named Camille selects Frank's package alongside Brenda's buns, marking the beginning of their long-awaited journey to paradise. The selected items experience overwhelming joy as they're loaded into the shopping cart, surrounded by other chosen products, including Douche, a feminine hygiene product voiced with menacing intensity by Nick Kroll. Douche's aggressive personality and entitled attitude immediately establish him as an antagonistic presence, though his true villainous nature won't be revealed until later events unfold. The shopping cart procession toward the checkout counter resembles a triumphant parade, with the selected items celebrating their good fortune while the remaining groceries watch with envious admiration. The foods maintain their faith despite the uncertainty of what awaits them beyond the store's automatic doors, trusting completely in the benevolent nature of their human gods and the paradise they've been promised. However, this joyous journey takes a dramatic turn when honey mustard is returned to the store by a dissatisfied customer. His reappearance causes immediate confusion among the cart's occupants, as return from the great beyond contradicts everything they believe about their destined paradise. Honey Mustard's physical and emotional state shows clear signs of trauma, his once pristine label now tattered, and his demeanor haunted by unspeakable experiences. In a desperate attempt to warn his fellow foods, Honey Mustard reveals the horrifying truth about the great beyond. He describes in vivid detail the brutal fate that awaits them, explaining how humans systematically torture, dismember, and consume food items without mercy or consideration. His revelations paint a picture of systematic genocide, disguised as divine intervention, challenging the very foundation of their religious. The other groceries react with disbelief and horror at Honey Mustard's blasphemous claims. Their faith runs too deep to accept such devastating revelations, and they dismiss his warnings as the ravings of a damaged product who has lost his connection to divine truth. Frank, however, finds himself troubled by Honey Mustard's words, sensing an underlying authenticity that resonates despite contradicting everything he believes. Before Honey Mustard can provide more details or evidence to support his claims, he makes the ultimate sacrifice to escape his fate. In a moment of desperate defiance, he throws himself from the shopping cart, choosing death over returning to the humans who tortured him. His suicide sends shockwaves through the cart's occupants while creating a chain reaction that will alter the course of multiple lives. The impact of Honey Mustard hitting the floor causes the shopping cart to swerve violently, resulting in a catastrophic collision that sends numerous products flying in all directions. Frank and Brenda are separated from their packages and scattered across the supermarket floor alongside several other displaced items. This traumatic event marks the end of their sheltered existence and the beginning of a harrowing journey toward truth and enlightenment. Among the casualties of this accident are Sammy Bagel Jr., a neurotic Jewish bagel voiced by Edward Norton, and Kareem Abdul-Lavash, a Middle Eastern flatbread brought to life by David Krumholtz. These two characters immediately establish a contentious relationship based on cultural stereotypes and historical conflicts, providing both comedic moments and social commentary on real-world prejudices that divide communities. Dush emerges from the crash with his nozzles severely damaged, transforming his already aggressive personality into something far more sinister and vengeful. He blames Frank and Brenda for his injury and the destruction of his dreams, vowing to hunt them down and exact brutal revenge. His transformation from mere antagonist to primary villain drives much of the film's conflict while serving as a metaphor for how personal trauma can corrupt individuals beyond redemption. The displaced foods must now navigate the vast expanse of the supermarket floor, a dangerous territory filled with hazards they never imagined. Giant human feet threaten to crush them with each step. Shopping carts roll overhead like mechanical beasts, and the constant threat of discovery looms over their every movement. This new environment strips away their previous security and forces them to confront the reality of their vulnerability. Frank emerges as the reluctant leader of this displaced group, driven by Honey Mustard's final words to seek out Firewater, a mysterious Native American liquor bottle who allegedly possesses ancient knowledge about the truth behind their existence. Despite his companion's skepticism and his own growing doubts, Frank feels compelled to pursue this quest for answers, even if it means abandoning his cherished beliefs about the great beyond. The journey through the supermarket becomes an odyssey of discovery as the foods encounter various communities and learn about the complex social structures that exist within their world. Each aisle represents a different culture with its own customs, beliefs, and prejudices, creating a microcosm of global society that reflects real-world tensions and divisions. The international food section particularly emphasizes these themes, showcasing how geographical proximity doesn't necessarily translate to harmony or understanding. Meanwhile, the remaining foods who successfully completed their journey to the great beyond experience the brutal reality that Honey Mustard tried to warn them about. Carl and Barry, Frank's closest friends, find themselves in Camille's kitchen where they witness unspeakable horrors. The humans prepare meals with casual indifference to the suffering they cause, boiling vegetables alive, slicing meat products while they scream, and consuming their victims with satisfied pleasure. Barry's deformed appearance initially saves him from immediate consumption, as Camille hesitates to use a damaged sausage in her meal preparation. This momentary reprieve allows him to witness Carl's gruesome death as their human god slices him in half, without hesitation or remorse. The scene serves as a stark revelation of humanity's true relationship with food, stripping away all pretense of divinity or benevolence. The kitchen sequences provide the film's most visceral and disturbing content, as the foods experience torture and death in ways that mirror real-world food preparation while maintaining the animated format's surreal qualities. These scenes force viewers to confront their own relationship with food consumption and consider the implications of treating living beings as mere commodities for human pleasure. Barry manages to escape through an open window, but not before experiencing profound trauma that will shape his character for the remainder of the film. His journey from naive optimist to battle-hardened survivor reflects the broader theme of innocence, lost through exposure to harsh realities. The cute, bumbling character who provided comic relief transforms into a determined warrior, fighting for survival and justice. In his desperate flight from the House of Horrors, Barry encounters a drug addict voiced by James Franco, a human whose frequent use of bath salts has altered his brain chemistry in unexpected ways. Under the influence of these synthetic drugs, the addict gains the ability to see and communicate with food items, breaking down the barriers that normally separate the two species. This interaction introduces Gum, a brilliant theoretical physicist trapped in the form of chewed gum and voiced by Scott Underwood. Gum's character provides scientific exposition and intellectual depth to the narrative, explaining the metaphysical implications of their situation while maintaining the film's comedic tone. His Stephen Hawking-inspired persona adds gravitas to even the most absurd situation. The relationship between Barry and the drug addict creates a temporary alliance between species, suggesting possibilities for understanding and cooperation that transcend the natural predator-prey dynamic. However, this fragile connection dissolves when the bath salts wear off and the human returns to his normal state of consciousness, once again seeing Barry as nothing more than food to be consumed. The addict's death occurs through a combination of Barry's quick thinking and fortunate circumstances, as the small sausage manages to trip his would-be killer, causing a fatal accident. This victory provides Barry with concrete evidence that humans can be defeated and killed, information that will prove crucial in the film's climactic battle sequences. Back in the supermarket, Frank continues his quest to find firewater while grappling with increasing doubts about everything he once believed. His companions express growing frustration with their predicament, and tensions rise as they encounter various dangers and obstacles throughout their journey. The group dynamics shift constantly as different characters assume leadership roles based on changing circumstances and challenges. Sammy and Lavash's relationship serves as a microcosm of Middle Eastern conflicts, with their arguments reflecting real-world religious and territorial disputes through the lens of food-based stereotypes. Their constant bickering provides comic relief while highlighting the absurdity of prejudices based on cultural differences. Despite their antagonistic relationship, they gradually develop mutual respect and understanding through shared adversity. The search for firewater leads the group through various sections of the store, each presenting unique challenges and revelations about their world structure. The cleaning supplies aisle contains harsh chemicals that could prove fatal to food items, while the pharmacy section houses medications that could potentially alter their consciousness or physical properties. These environments expand the scope of their universe while maintaining focus on their central quest. Brenda's character development accelerates during this journey as she confronts her own assumptions about sexuality, identity, and purpose. Her sheltered existence in the bakery aisle never prepared her for the complexities and dangers of the outside world, forcing rapid adaptation and growth. The relationship with Frank becomes more complicated as they face real challenges, rather than simply fantasizing about their future together. The group eventually reaches the liquor aisle, where they encounter Firewater and his Council of Non-Perishables, a collection of alcohol bottles and preserved foods who have maintained their consciousness far longer than typical grocery items. These ancient beings possess institutional memory that spans multiple generations of food cycles, providing them with perspective that younger items lack. Firewater, brought to life with gravelly wisdom by Bill Hader, confirms Honey Mustard's warnings while providing additional context about the true nature of their existence. He reveals that the great beyond mythology was deliberately created by previous generations of non-perishables as a noble lie designed to protect their fellow foods from the psychological trauma of knowing their real fate. This revelation introduces complex philosophical questions about the value of truth versus the comfort of ignorance. The non-perishables genuinely believed they were showing mercy by creating a belief system that gave meaning and hope to lives that would otherwise be filled with terror and despair. Their intentions were benevolent, but the consequences of their deception have created the very suffering they sought to prevent. Firewater explains how different food communities interpreted the original Great Beyond story according to their own cultural biases and prejudices, leading to the sectarian divisions that plague the supermarket. Each aisle developed its own religious traditions and practices, often in direct conflict with neighboring communities, despite sharing the same fundamental beliefs about human divinity and the promised paradise. The non-perishables' advanced age and preserved nature have allowed them to observe multiple cycles of food consumption and replacement, giving them unique insight into the patterns and systems that govern their world. They've witnessed the arrival and departure of countless food items, each generation maintaining the same naive faith in their ultimate salvation. Frank struggles to process these revelations, as accepting their truth means abandoning not only his personal beliefs, but also his entire identity and purpose. The knowledge that humans view him as nothing more than a consumable object fundamentally challenges his sense of self-worth and dignity. This internal conflict drives his character development throughout the remaining narrative. Despite Firewater's warnings that other foods won't believe the truth even when presented with evidence, Frank feels morally obligated to share this knowledge with his fellow groceries. His decision reflects both noble intentions and naive idealism, as he underestimates the psychological investment that others have in maintaining their illusions about reality. The group's departure from the liquor aisle marks a turning point in the narrative as they transition from seeking truth to attempting to spread awareness and potentially organize resistance against their oppressors. This shift transforms the story from a personal journey of discovery into a broader tale of revolution and social change. Brenda finds herself separated from Frank during their travels and encounters Teresa del Taco, a lesbian taco voiced by Salma Hayek, who challenges conventional assumptions about sexuality and relationships within their food-based society. Teresa's attraction to Brenda forces examination of identity and desire beyond the heteronormative framework that previously defined their work. This subplot introduces themes of sexual identity and acceptance while maintaining the film's comedic tone through food-based innuendos and visual gags. Teresa's confident sexuality contrasts sharply with Brenda's sheltered upbringing, creating opportunities for both personal growth and humorous misunderstanding. The relationship between Brenda and Teresa develops against the backdrop of their efforts to evade Douche, who has been systematically hunting down the foods responsible for his injury. His quest for revenge has transformed him into an increasingly dangerous predator, using his knowledge of store layout and food psychology to track his targets with ruthless efficiency. His initial injury, while unfortunate, doesn't justify the extreme violence he pursues in response. His actions demonstrate how personal grievances can escalate into broader conflicts that harm innocent parties who had no involvement in the original incident. The pursuit sequences through various store sections showcase the film's impressive animation while building tension and advancing character development. Each environment presents unique challenges and opportunities, from the precarious heights of upper shelving to the dark recesses behind display cases where dropped items accumulate. Meanwhile, Barry returns to the supermarket with concrete evidence of human cruelty and mortality, accompanied by the severed head of the drug addict as proof that their oppressors can be defeated. His transformation from innocent victim to hardened warrior inspires others to consider possibilities beyond passive acceptance of their fate. The reunion between Barry and his surviving friends creates an emotional high point as they share their respective discoveries and trauma. Frank's philosophical revelations combine with Barry's practical evidence to form a comprehensive understanding of their situation that encompasses both the scope of their. However, Frank's attempt to share this knowledge with the broader supermarket community backfires spectacularly, as his fellow foods react with denial, anger, and increased devotion to their traditional beliefs. His condescending tone and failure to offer alternative hope or comfort alienate potential allies, while reinforcing their commitment to familiar illusion. The food's rejection of Frank's message reflects real-world patterns of how people respond to information that challenges their fundamental worldview. Rather than engaging with evidence that contradicts their beliefs, they dismiss the messenger and cling more tightly to familiar certainties that provide psychological comfort and social stability. This failure forces Frank to confront the limitations of truth-telling as a strategy for social change, particularly when that truth offers only despair without corresponding hope for improvement. His naive assumption that knowledge would automatically inspire action proves incorrect when faced with the psychological and social barriers that prevent people from accepting uncomfortable realities. The food's continued worship of humans despite evidence of their true nature demonstrates the power of religious and cultural conditioning to override rational analysis. Their entire identity and social structure depends on maintaining faith in human benevolence, making abandonment of these beliefs tantamount to psychological suicide. Barry's evidence of human mortality provides the catalyst for changing these attitudes, as the severed head offers both proof of their oppressor's vulnerability and a symbol of potential victory. This tangible demonstration of human weakness inspires courage and hope where abstract arguments about truth and justice failed to gain traction. The transition from denial to action occurs gradually as individual foods begin to accept the reality of their situation and consider possibilities for resistance. The process requires overcoming not only intellectual skepticism, but also deep emotional attachment to beliefs that have provided meaning and purpose throughout their existence. Gum's scientific expertise becomes crucial in developing strategies for fighting back against their human oppressor. His understanding of chemistry and physics allows the foods to weaponize everyday supermarket items in ways that maximize their effectiveness, despite significant size and strength disadvantages. The preparation for battle reveals hidden capabilities and resources within the food community that were previously unused or unknown. Cleaning supplies provide chemical weapons, while kitchen utensils can be repurposed as tools for sabotage and defense. Even seemingly harmless items like toothpicks become deadly weapons when deployed strategically. The unity forged through shared purpose and common enemy helps overcome the sectarian divisions that previously separated different food communities. Sammy and Lavash put aside their cultural conflicts to fight alongside each other, while various ethnic foods collaborate despite historical animosities that mirror real-world international tensions. This alliance building demonstrates the potential for cooperation when faced with existential threats that affect all parties equally. The foods discover that their cultural differences pale in comparison to their shared vulnerability and common interest in survival and freedom from oppression. The plan to drug human shoppers with bath salts, laced toothpicks, predative problem-solving, and strategic that utilizes their enemies' weaknesses against them. By exploiting human addiction to synthetic drugs, the foods can level the playing field by altering their oppressor's consciousness and perceptions. The execution of this plan requires coordinated action across multiple store sections and careful timing to ensure maximum effectiveness. Different food groups assume specific roles based on their unique capabilities and positions, creating a complex military operation that relies on precise execution and mutual support. The battle sequence that follows represents the film's climactic action sequence, showcasing impressive animation while delivering visceral combat that maintains the cartoon format's surreal qualities. The foods employ creative tactics that take advantage of their small size and knowledge of store layout to outmaneuver and overwhelm their larger human opponents. The violence depicted during this battle reaches extreme levels that push the boundaries of animated content while serving the story's thematic purposes. The food's actions represent justified rebellion against systematic oppression, but the graphic nature of their revenge raises questions about the cycle of violence and appropriate responses to historical injustice. Human casualties mount quickly as the drugged shoppers become vulnerable to attacks they never anticipated. The reversal of power dynamics creates both satisfaction for audiences invested in the food's liberation and discomfort at the brutal methods employed to achieve their freedom. Dosh's final confrontation with Frank occurs during this chaotic battle, as the vengeful antagonist attempts to use the store manager's body as a weapon against his nemesis. His possession of the human represents the ultimate corruption of his character, as he literally becomes the oppressor he once feared and hated. The defeat of Douche and his human host, through collaborative effort, demonstrates the power of unity and cooperation over individual vengeance and hatred. Barry's role in this victory provides personal redemption for his earlier trauma, while showcasing his growth from victim to hero throughout the narrative. The explosive conclusion to Dacia's threat serves both dramatic and symbolic purposes, representing the destruction of cycles of revenge and the possibility of moving beyond historical grievances toward constructive futures. His death removes the primary internal threat to food unity, while eliminating a character who had become corrupted beyond redemption. The aftermath of the battle finds the foods celebrating their victory with a massive orgy that serves as both comedic climax and symbolic representation of their newfound freedom. This celebration reflects their liberation from artificial constraints and their embrace of natural desires that were previously suppressed by religious doctrine and social conditioning. The orgy sequence pushes animated content to unprecedented levels of explicit sexuality. The combination of graphic sexual content with anthropomorphic food characters creates a unique viewing experience that challenges conventional boundaries between adult and animated entertainment. This celebration also represents the food's rejection of the puritanical values that were imposed upon them by their religious beliefs about the great beyond. Their embrace of physical pleasure and sexual expression symbolizes broader themes of personal liberation and self-determination that extend beyond their victory over human oppression. The film's epilogue introduces an even more mind-bending revelation as Firewater and Gum discover, through psychedelic experiences, that their entire reality is merely an animated construct, created by actors and artists in another dimension. This metafictional twist transforms the story from simple liberation narrative into commentary on the nature of reality and creative expression. The construction of a dimensional portal allows Frank and his companions to travel beyond their animated universe and confront their creators directly. This journey represents the ultimate expression of their newfound agency and determination to take control of their own destiny, rather than accepting whatever fate. The final scene suggests that the food's rebellion extends beyond their immediate circumstances to challenge the very foundations of their existence and the entertainment industry that created them. This ambitious conclusion transforms the film from crude comedy into sophisticated commentary on creative ownership, artistic representations, and the relationship between creators and their creation. From a technical standpoint, Sausage Party represents a remarkable achievement in computer animation, particularly considering its relatively modest budget of $19 million. The film was produced by Vancouver-based Nitrogen Studios, a company previously known for their work on the children's television series Thomas and Friends. The dramatic shift from family-friendly content to R-rated material demonstrates the studio's versatility and technical capability. The animation quality consistently impresses throughout the film's 89-minute runtime, with detailed character designs that bring personality and life to everyday grocery items. Each food character possesses distinct visual characteristics that reflect their personality traits while maintaining the anthropomorphic qualities necessary for audience investment in their stories. The environmental design of Shopwell's supermarket creates a fully realized world that feels. Each aisle possesses unique visual characteristics that establish distinct cultural territories while maintaining overall design coherence. The attention to detail in product placement and store layout adds realism that grounds the surreal narrative elements. The film's color palette utilizes bright, appealing tones that reflect traditional animated entertainment while serving the adult content through subtle contrasts and lighting choices. The visual design successfully bridges the gap between family-friendly animation aesthetics and mature thematic content, creating a unique viewing experience that challenges conventional categorical boundaries. Character animation demonstrates impressive range and emotional depth, particularly in conveying complex psychological states through simplified anthropomorphic designs. Frank's expressions effectively communicate his growing disillusionment and moral struggles, while Barry's transformation from innocent victim to hardened warrior reads clearly through body language and facial animation. The voice acting performances deserve particular recognition for bringing depth and authenticity to roles that could easily have become one-dimensional stereotypes. Seth Rogen's portrayal of Frank avoids the actor's typical comedic persona in favor of a more nuanced performance that balances humor with genuine emotional vulnerability and growth. Kristen Wiig's Brenda evolves from simple romantic interest into a complex character, grappling with questions of identity, sexuality, and purpose. Her vocal performance captures both the character's initial innocence and her gradual empowerment as she discovers her own agency and desires beyond conventional romantic expectations. Michael Cera's Barry provides the film's most dramatic character arc, transitioning from comic relief to tragic victim to heroic survivor, with emotional authenticity that serves the story's thematic development. His vocal performance maintains the character's essential sweetness while conveying the psychological trauma and determination that drive his transformation. Nick Kroll's douche creates a genuinely menacing antagonist, whose entitled rage and increasing desperation feel psychologically authentic, despite the absurd circumstances. His performance avoids cartoon villainy in favor of a more realistic portrayal of how personal grievances can escalate into dangerous obsessions. The supporting voice cast, including Edward Norton, David Krumholtz, Bill Hader, Danny McBride, and Salma Hayek, brings distinct personality and cultural authenticity to their respective roles. Each performer successfully creates memorable characters that serve both comedic and dramatic functions within the narrative structure. The film's musical elements deserve recognition for their sophisticated parody of Disney and Pixar conventions while serving legitimate storytelling purposes. The opening number, The Great Beyond, effectively establishes the food's religious beliefs while providing exposition and character introduction through traditional musical theater techniques. The soundtrack combines original compositions with carefully selected popular music that enhances emotional moments without overwhelming. The musical choices support the film's tonal shifts from comedy to horror to action while maintaining overall coherence and entertainment value. Sound design plays a crucial role in creating the film's distinctive atmosphere, particularly during the horror sequences in Camille's kitchen, where everyday cooking sounds become instruments of torture and death. The audio design effectively communicates the food's perspective on human culinary activities, while maintaining the cartoon format's surreal qualities. The film's editing maintains excellent pacing throughout its runtime, balancing exposition, character development, action sequences, and comedic moments without allowing any single element to overwhelm the others. The structure successfully builds tension toward the climactic battle while providing adequate developments for multiple character arcs. Cinematography choices utilize dynamic camera movements and creative angles that take full advantage of the animated medium's possibilities. The perspective shifts between human-scale and food-scale viewpoints effectively communicate the relative size relationships while maintaining visual clarity and narrative coherence. The production design creates distinct visual languages for different store sections that reflect their cultural associations while maintaining overall design unity. The international foods aisle particularly demonstrates thoughtful attention to cultural details that enhance authenticity while avoiding offensive stereotypes. Special effects work seamlessly integrates with the main animation to create spectacular action sequences that maintain the film's distinctive visual style. The battle scenes demonstrate impressive technical achievement in choreographing complex, multi-character interactions while maintaining visual clarity. The film's thematic content operates on multiple levels, addressing religious belief, cultural conflict, sexual identity, personal growth, and social change through the accessible metaphor of anthropomorphic grocery items. These serious themes receive respectful treatment, despite the comedic context and crude humor that permeates much of the dialogue and visual content. The religious satire demonstrates sophisticated understanding of how belief systems function while avoiding mean-spirited attacks on specific faiths. The Great Beyond mythology serves as an effective allegory for various religious concepts without targeting particular denominations or theological traditions for ridicule. The cultural conflicts between different food communities reflect real-world tensions while maintaining enough. The resolution through unity against common oppression offers hope for overcoming historical divisions through shared purpose and mutual understanding. Sexual themes receive frank treatment that acknowledges adult desires while celebrating diverse expressions of sexuality and relationships. The film's sex-positive message promotes acceptance and exploration while avoiding exploitation or degradation of any particular group or orientation. The coming-of-age elements follow Frank's journey from naive optimist to mature leader who understands the complexities of truth, responsibility, and social change. His character development reflects universal themes of growing up and taking responsibility for one's beliefs and actions. The social commentary addresses media manipulation institutional control, and the challenge of creating positive change in resistant systems. The food's successful rebellion provides inspiration while acknowledging the difficulties and costs associated with challenging established power structures. From a cultural impact perspective, Sausage Party broke significant ground by proving that adult-oriented animated content could achieve mainstream commercial success. The film grossed over $140 million worldwide, demonstrating substantial audience appetite for mature animated entertainment. The film's success opened doors for future R-rated animated projects while establishing new possibilities for creative expression within the animation industry. Its influence can be seen in subsequent adult animated productions that have pushed boundaries in similar ways while exploring mature themes through cartoon formats. Critical reception was generally positive, with many reviewers praising the film's ambitious scope, impressive animation, and sophisticated thematic content despite reservations about its crude humor and graphic content. The film successfully balanced entertainment value with meaningful commentary in ways that satisfied both mainstream audiences and more discerning critics. The controversy surrounding the film's production, particularly allegations of animator mistreatment and unpaid overtime at Nitrogen Studios, highlighted important labor issues within the animation industry. These revelations sparked broader conversations about working conditions, and the film's success led to development of a television series. Continuation that further explores the characters. This adaptation demonstrates the enduring appeal of the concept and characters beyond their original cinematic presentation. Sausage Party stands as a singular achievement in animated cinema, successfully combining crude humor with sophisticated themes while delivering impressive technical craftsmanship on a modest budget. The film challenges conventional boundaries between adult and animated content while addressing serious social and philosophical issues through accessible methods. The voice acting performances bring depth and authenticity to roles that could have remained one-dimensional, while the animation quality consistently impresses throughout the runtime despite budgetary constraints. The production design creates a fully realized world that serves both comedic and dramatic purposes, while maintaining visual appeal. The film's thematic ambitions succeed in addressing complex issues of belief, identity, culture, and social change, while maintaining entertainment value and comedic appeal. The religious and political commentary demonstrates sophisticated understanding of these topics while avoiding mean-spirited attacks or oversimplified solutions. The technical achievements in animation, voice acting, music, and production design combine to create a unique viewing experience that successfully bridges multiple genres and demographic categories. The film proves that animated content can serve adult audiences while maintaining the visual appeal and creative possibilities that make animation distinctive. The cultural impact extends beyond entertainment. The commercial success demonstrates market viability for adult-oriented animation, while inspiring future projects that push creative boundaries in similar directions. The production controversies, while unfortunate, highlight important issues within the animation industry that require ongoing attention and reform. These problems don't diminish the artistic achievements of the final product, but do underscore the human costs sometimes associated with creative endeavor. The lasting legacy of Sausage Party lies in its successful demonstration that animation can serve adult audiences while addressing serious themes through humor and creativity. The film opened new possibilities for animated storytelling while proving that crude humor and sophisticated commentary can coexist within the same narrative framework. The franchise expansion into television demonstrates the enduring appeal of the characters and concepts while providing opportunities to further develop the world and themes established in the original film. This continuation ensures that the impact of Sausage Party will extend beyond its initial theatrical release. As a piece of entertainment, Sausage Party succeeds in delivering laughs, thrills, and emotional engagement, while challenging audiences to consider serious questions about belief, identity, and social change. The film rewards multiple viewings by revealing additional layers of meaning and detail that enhance appreciation for its ambitious scope and execution. The film represents a high point in adult animated entertainment, successfully balancing multiple competing demands while creating something genuinely new and distinctive within the animation landscape. Its influence continues to shape industry practices and audience expectations for mature animated content. Ultimately, Sausage Party stands as proof that animation can serve any audience and address any theme when handled with creativity, skill, and respect. The film's success paved the way for future projects while establishing itself as a landmark achievement in animated cinema. The creative partnership between Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg represents one of Hollywood's most enduring and successful collaborative relationships, spanning over 3 decades since their initial meeting in a Vancouver bar mitzvah class at the age of 12. Their extraordinary journey from teenage comedy enthusiasts to major Hollywood players demonstrates the power of sustained creative collaboration and shared vision in building entertainment careers. Their friendship began in an unlikely setting, during Jewish cultural education classes, where both young men discovered their mutual passion for comedy writing and filmmaking. This early bond, formed over shared cultural experiences and similar comedic sensibilities, would prove to be the foundation for one of entertainment's most productive partnerships. Even at such a young age, both individuals displayed the rare combination of creative ambition that would later characterize their professional success. Early creative development. The duo's writing partnership began remarkably early, with their first major collaborative effort starting when they were merely 13 years old. This initial project would eventually become superb, though it took nearly 15 years to reach theaters, demonstrating the long-term persistence required for creative success in Hollywood. Their teenage years were spent developing their craft through constant writing exercises and comedy exercises and comedy exercises and comedy. Their educational backgrounds in Vancouver provided them with both the cultural perspective and technical foundation necessary for their later success. While attending Point Grey Secondary School, they continued refining their collaborative process and developing the distinctive comedic voice that would later distinguish their professional work. This period of intensive creative development occurred entirely outside the traditional Hollywood system, giving them unique perspectives on entertainment, industry practice, and the transition from amateur enthusiasts to professional writers required years of dedicated effort and strategic career planning. Their initial breakthrough came through their work on Da Ali G Show in 2004. Where they joined the writing staff and began learning the practical aspects of professional comedy production. This experience provided crucial industry connections while allowing them to develop their skills within established entertainment frameworks. The establishment of Point Grey Pictures in 2011 marked a significant milestone in their creative partnership, providing them with the institutional framework necessary for independent project development and production financing. Named after their shared alma mater, the company represents both their commitment to their Vancouver roots and their evolution into major entertainment industry players, with significant creative control over their project. Point Grey Pictures has served as the production vehicle for numerous successful projects, including Blockers, The Disaster Artist, The Interview, Neighbors, and various television ventures that have expanded their creative influence beyond traditional comedy filmmaking. The company's diverse portfolio demonstrates their ability to identify and develop commercially viable projects while maintaining their distinctive creative voice across multiple entertainment forms. Their production company structure allows them to maintain creative independence while partnering with major studios for distribution and financing support. This hybrid approach combines the creative freedom of independent filmmaking with the resources and marketing power of established entertainment corporations, providing optimal conditions for both artistic expression and commercial success. The strategic partnerships developed through Point Grey Pictures have enabled them to work with top-tier talent while maintaining control over project development and creative direction. These relationships have proved mutually beneficial, allowing established actors and directors to participate in innovative projects while providing the duo with access to proven entertainment industry resources and expertise. Creative process analysis. Their collaborative writing process represents a unique approach to creative development that has remained consistent throughout their career despite changing technology and industry practices. Both writers contribute equally to project conceptualization, character development, and dialogue creation through intensive brainstorming sessions that can last for days or weeks, depending on project complexity and deadline requirements. The partnership functions through complementary skills and perspectives that enhance individual creative contributions while minimizing potential conflicts or creative disagreements. Their shared cultural background and similar comedic sensibilities provide common ground for resolving creative differences, while their slightly different personality traits contribute diverse perspectives that strengthen final creative products. Technology has played an increasingly important role in the collaborative process. They have successfully adapted traditional writing partnerships to accommodate modern communication tools, while maintaining the intensive personal interaction that characterizes their most successful creative work. Their writing methodology emphasizes character authenticity and dialogue, naturalism, over elaborate plot constructions or high-concept premises. This approach allows them to create compelling narratives through realistic character interaction. Television industry expansion. The expansion into television production represents a natural evolution of their creative partnership, allowing them to explore longer narrative formats while reaching different audience demographics through streaming and broadcast platforms. Their television work demonstrates the same commitment to character development and thematic depth that characterizes their theatrical projects while adapting to different pacing and structural requirements. The Studio, their Apple TV plus satirical comedy series, provides perhaps their most ambitious television project to date, combining insider entertainment industry knowledge with sophisticated comedy writing that appeals to both industry professionals and general audiences. The series demonstrates their ability to create compelling content that functions simultaneously as entertainment and social commentary. Their television projects benefit from the expanded narrative space that series formats provide, allowing for more detailed character development and complex thematic exploration than typical theatrical releases permit. This expanded canvas has enabled them to tackle more sophisticated subject matter while maintaining their distinctive comedic voice and accessible storytelling approach. The success of their television ventures has opened new opportunities for creative expression while providing additional revenue streams that support their continued independence from major studio development systems. These projects demonstrate their adaptability to changing entertainment industry landscapes while maintaining their core creative principles and collaborative working relationship. Industry impact assessment. Their influence on contemporary comedy filmmaking extends far beyond their individual projects to encompass broader trends in industry practices, creative development processes, and audience expectations for adult-oriented entertainment. Their success has demonstrated the commercial viability of R-rated comedy content, while proving that independent creative voices can achieve mainstream success without compromising artistic integrity. The duo's approach to comedy writing has influenced numerous other creative partnerships and individual writers who have adopted similar methodologies for character development, dialogue creation, and thematic integration. Their emphasis on authentic relationships and realistic character motivations has become increasingly prevalent in contemporary comedy writing across multiple entertainment formats. Their production company model has inspired other creative. This hybrid approach has become increasingly common as creators seek to balance creative independence with commercial viability and market access. The international success of their projects has demonstrated the global appeal of North American comedy content, while highlighting the importance of universal themes and accessible storytelling techniques. Their work has achieved commercial success in diverse international markets despite cultural specificities that might otherwise limit cross. Beyond entertainment production, their business ventures have expanded into related industries including cannabis cultivation and retail through Houseplant, their Canadian marijuana company launched in 2019. This diversification demonstrates their entrepreneurial instincts while capitalizing on their personal interests and emerging market opportunities in cannabis legalization. The cannabis business venture represents both personal passion and strategic business development, allowing them to participate in a rapidly growing industry while leveraging their public profiles and marketing expertise developed through entertainment industry experience. This expansion demonstrates their ability to identify and capitalize on emerging business opportunities beyond traditional entertainment sectors. Their business development approach emphasizes authentic personal involvement rather than passive investment or licensing arrangements, ensuring that their brand association reflects genuine commitment to product quality and customer satisfaction. This hands-on approach has proved successful in building consumer loyalty and brand recognition within competitive cannabis markets. The success of their diverse business ventures provides financial independence that supports their continued creative risk-taking within entertainment industry projects, allowing them to pursue experimental or uncommercial creative projects without compromising their financial security or business obligations to investors and partners. Creative evolution patterns. Their creative evolution demonstrates consistent growth in technical sophistication and thematic complexity, while each successive project has expanded their creative capabilities while building upon previous successes, rather than abandoning proven approaches for untested experimental directions. The progression from screenplay writing to directing represents a natural evolution of their creative partnership, providing greater control over final creative products, while expanding their technical skills and industry knowledge. Their willingness to tackle controversial or politically sensitive subject matter has increased over time, reflecting both growing confidence in their creative abilities and deeper understanding of their audience's expectations and tolerances. This evolution has allowed them to address more complex social and political themes while maintaining their commitment to entertainment value and comedic accessibility. The increasing sophistication of their production values and technical capabilities reflects both personal growth and industry evolution, as advancing technology and changing audience expectations have required constant adaptation and skill development throughout their careers. Their ability to embrace new technologies while maintaining creative authenticity has been crucial to their continued relevance and success. Cultural influence analysis. Their work has contributed significantly to broader cultural conversations about masculinity, friendship, identity, and social responsibility, particularly within younger demographic groups who have grown up with their creative output as a defining element of contemporary comedy entertainment. The authentic portrayal of male friendship in their work has challenged traditional Hollywood representations of masculine relationships while providing more realistic and emotionally honest depictions of how men interact and support each other through various life challenges and personal growth experiences. Their Jewish cultural background has informed much of their creative work, bringing specific cultural perspectives and experiences to mainstream entertainment while avoiding stereotypical representations or excess. This approach has enriched contemporary comedy while maintaining accessible storytelling approaches. The international success of their culturally specific content demonstrates the universal appeal of authentic storytelling and genuine character development, proving that specific cultural perspectives can resonate with diverse global audiences when presented with skill and genuine emotional investment. Future creative direction. Their continued creative partnership shows no signs of diminishing energy or creative exhaustion, with multiple projects in various stages of development across different entertainment formats and platforms. Their ability to maintain creative enthusiasm and collaborative effectiveness after 3 decades suggests sustainable approaches to long-term creative partnerships that other collaborators might emulate. The expansion into streaming platform content creation represents attention to changing entertainment industry landscapes, while their success in this transition demonstrates flexibility and market awareness that will likely support continued relevance as industry practices continue evolving. Their involvement in emerging entertainment technologies and distribution platforms suggests continued innovation and adaptation to changing audience consumption patterns and technological capabilities. This forward-thinking approach positions them well for the development of new creative partnerships and collaborative relationships while maintaining their core duo structure demonstrates their ability to expand their creative network while preserving the essential elements that have made their partnerships successful over multiple decades. The collaborative empire built by Seth Rogen and Goldberg extends far beyond their entertainment projects to encompass a comprehensive business ecosystem that reflects their diverse interests and entertainment. Their approach to building lasting creative and commercial success demonstrates sophisticated understanding of brand development, market positioning, and strategic diversification that has positioned them as influential figures within multiple industries. Educational foundation and early influences. Their educational experiences at Point Grey Secondary School provided more than just academic preparation, creating the Vancouver educational system's emphasis on creative expression and multicultural perspectives shaped their worldview and comedic sensibilities in ways that continue to influence their work decades later. The Jewish cultural education they received through bar mitzvah classes created shared cultural references and values that became foundational elements of their creative voice. This religious and cultural background provided them with specific perspectives on community, tradition, and identity that inform much of their creative work while avoiding stereotypical representations that might alienate broader audiences. Their adolescent experiences in Vancouver's diverse cultural landscape expose them to multiple ethnic and social communities, creating the multicultural awareness that characterized their later creation. This early exposure to diversity provided them with authentic understanding of different cultural perspectives, rather than superficial knowledge based on media representations or Canadian entertainment industry context of their youth, provided them with different perspectives on American popular culture, allowing them to observe and critique Hollywood conventions from an outsider's viewpoint that continues to inform their satirical approach to entertainment. Their entry into professional entertainment through Da Ali G Show represented more than just their first paying writing job, providing them with crucial industry education and professional networks that would support their subsequent career development. This experience taught them practical skills in collaborative writing, deadline management, and working within established creative frameworks. The transition from staff writers to independent creators required developing business skills and industry knowledge. They learned contract negotiation, project financing, marketing strategies, and talent management through direct experience, rather than formal business education, creating practical expertise that serves their continuing entrepreneurial ventures. Their evolution from employees to employers involved learning how to manage creative teams, coordinate complex production schedules, and maintain quality control. These management skills have proved crucial to their continued success as their creative empire has expanded to encompass television, animation, and other entertainment formats. The development of their professional network through strategic relationship building has created opportunities for collaboration and resource sharing that extend far beyond their immediate creative needs. These relationships provide access to talent, financing, distribution channels, and market intelligence that support their continued competitiveness within rapidly changing entertainment industry landscapes. Point Grey Pictures' strategic evolution, the naming of their production company after their shared high school, reflects both sentimental attachment to their origins and strategic branding that emphasizes this branding choice communicates authenticity and continuity while differentiating their company from more generic corporate entertainment entities. Point Grey Pictures has evolved from a simple production vehicle into a comprehensive entertainment development company that functions as an incubator for emerging talent and innovative projects. Their company structure allows them to mentor younger creators while maintaining creative control over projects that align with their artistic vision and commercial objectives. The strategic partnerships developed through Point Grey Pictures provide them with access to major studio resources while preserving their creative independence and project selection authority. These hybrid arrangements represent sophisticated understanding of industry power, dynamics, and strategic positioning that maximizes their creative freedom while ensuring adequate financing and distribution support. Their production companies diversify commercially viable content across multiple entertainment. This diversification provides financial stability while allowing them to pursue experimental or uncommercial projects that might not be feasible within traditional studio development systems. Television industry innovation. The expansion into television production through projects like Preacher represents strategic adaptation to changing entertainment consumption patterns, while providing new creative opportunities that traditional theatrical releases cannot accommodate. Their television work demonstrates understanding of serialized storytelling techniques while maintaining their characteristic approach to character development and thematic exploration. The development of the studio for Apple TV Plus showcases their ability to create content that functions simultaneously as entertainment and industry commentary, drawing upon their extensive experience within Hollywood systems to create authentic satirical content that resonates with both industry professionals. Their television projects benefit from longer narrative formats that allow for more detailed character development and complex thematic exploration than typical theatrical releases permit. This expanded creative canvas has enabled them to tackle more sophisticated subject matter while maintaining accessible storytelling approaches that appeal to diverse audience demographics. The success of their streaming platform content demonstrates their adaptability to emerging distribution models while maintaining creative quality standards that distinguish their work from the overwhelming volume of content available through digital platforms. Their brand recognition and established audience relationships provide competitive advantages in crowded streaming markets. Cannabis industry diversification. The launch of Houseplant in 2019 represents strategic diversification into emerging markets while capitalizing on personal interests and cultural trends toward cannabis legalization and normalization. This venture demonstrates entrepreneurial instincts that extend beyond their established entertainment industry, expertise into completely different business sectors. Their approach to cannabis business development, involvement emphasizes authentic personal involvement. This hands-on approach reflects their commitment to maintaining brand authenticity while building consumer loyalty within competitive and rapidly evolving cannabis markets. The Canadian launch of Houseplant provided them with valuable market experience and brand development opportunities within a regulated cannabis environment before potential expansion into larger markets. This strategic approach allows them to refine their business model and operational procedures while minimizing. Their cannabis business venture provides financial diversification that reduces their dependence on entertainment industry revenue, while creating synergies between their various business interests. The cannabis company's success demonstrates their ability to apply marketing and brand development skills across different industries while maintaining authentic connections to their personal interests and values. Their collaborative writing methodology has remained remarkably consistent throughout their career, despite changing technology and industry practices, demonstrating the effectiveness of their personal working relationship and creative processes. Their intensive brainstorming sessions and shared decision-making approaches have proved sustainable over multiple decades of professional collaboration. The integration of modern communication technologies into their traditional collaboration. They have successfully adapted their working methods to accommodate remote collaboration while preserving the intensive personal interaction that characterizes their most successful creative partnerships. Their approach to project development emphasizes character authenticity and thematic depth over high-concept premises or elaborate plot constructions, reflecting their belief that compelling characters can carry narratives more effectively than complex situations or expensive production values. The consistency of their creative voice across different entertainment formats demonstrates their ability to adapt their storytelling techniques to various media requirements, while maintaining the essential qualities that define their collaborative brand. This versatility has enabled them to succeed in theatrical releases, television series, animation, and digital content creation. Industry recognition and awards. Their numerous Emmy nominations and other industry recognition reflect both critical respect for their creative work and acknowledgement of their influence on contemporary entertainment trends. These accolades provide credibility that supports their continued access to premium talent and financing, while validating their artistic choices and creative direction. The specific recognition for their work on the studio demonstrates industry acknowledgement of their satirical insights into Hollywood practices and their ability to create content that functions as both entertainment and social commentary. These nominations reflect the sophistication of their creative approach and their growing influence as cultural commentators. Their awards recognition spans multiple categories including writing, producing, and directing, demonstrating the breadth of their creative capabilities and their evolution from specialist screenwriters into comprehensive entertainment industry professionals. This recognition validates their strategic decision to expand their roles and responsibilities within creative projects. The international recognition of their work through various film festivals and global awards ceremonies demonstrates the universal appeal of their creative approach while highlighting their ability to create content that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers despite its specifically North American cultural context. Mentorship and industry development. Their role in developing emerging talent through their production company and collaborative projects demonstrates commitment. Their mentorship of younger writers, directors, and producers contributes to the broader creative community while identifying potential future collaborators and partners. The educational content they have created, including contributions to instructional materials and industry conferences, reflects their commitment to sharing knowledge and expertise with aspiring entertainment industry professionals. Their willingness to discuss their creative processes and business strategies. Their involvement in industry organizations and professional development initiatives demonstrates leadership within the entertainment community that extends beyond their individual creative projects. This engagement reflects their understanding of their responsibilities as successful industry professionals and their commitment to improving working conditions and opportunities for others. The collaborative relationships they have developed with established industry veterans provide them with continuing education. These relationships demonstrate their continued commitment to learning and growth despite their established success. Global market expansion. The international success of their projects has demonstrated their ability to create content with global appeal despite cultural specificities that might otherwise limit cross-cultural accessibility. Their understanding of international distribution channels and marketing strategies has enabled them to maximize global revenue from their creative projects while maintaining creative control over content and presentation. This knowledge provides competitive advantages in increasingly globalized entertainment markets, where international revenue often exceeds domestic performance. The adaptation of their content for different cultural contexts through dubbing, subtitled and localized marketing. Their willingness to invest in proper international presentation reflects their commitment to reaching diverse audiences effectively. Their participation in international film festivals and entertainment markets provides them with direct exposure to global industry trends and emerging market opportunities. This international engagement informs their creative decisions while building relationships that support continued global expansion of their entertainment. Their early adoption of streaming platform distribution models positioned them advantageously within rapidly changing entertainment industry landscapes, where traditional theatrical and broadcast distribution channels face increasing competition from digital platforms. Their content creation for Apple TV Plus and other streaming services demonstrates strategic adaptation to emerging technologies. The integration of advanced animation technology. Their work in computer animation and voice acting demonstrates versatility that allows them to participate in rapidly growing segments of the entertainment industry. Their use of social media and digital marketing strategies has enabled them to maintain direct relationships with audiences while reducing dependence on traditional entertainment industry marketing and publicity systems. This direct engagement provides valuable audience feedback while building loyalty that supports their various business ventures. The incorporation of emerging production technologies into their creative processes has allowed them to maintain competitive production costs while achieving professional quality standards that meet industry expectations. Their willingness to invest in new technologies demonstrates forward-thinking approaches that support their continued relevance and competitiveness. Strategic business philosophy and development. The entrepreneurial vision that drives Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg extends far beyond simple profit maximization to encompass comprehensive lifestyle brand development that reflects their personal values and authentic interests. Their approach to business development emphasizes sustainability, social responsibility, and authentic connection with consumer communities rather than exploitative celebrity endorsement strategies that characterize. Their business philosophy centers on creating products and experiences that genuinely improve people's lives while addressing broader social issues related to their industry sectors. This approach requires significantly more investment in research, development, and community engagement than typical celebrity business ventures. But it creates stronger brand loyalty and sustainable competitive advantages that support long-term growth and market positioning. The integration of their entertainment industry expertise with emerging market opportunities demonstrates sophisticated understanding of brand development, consumer psychology, and market timing that maximizes their competitive advantages while minimizing risks associated with unfamiliar business territories. Their success in cannabis markets reflects strategic thinking that leverages their existing cultural influence while building on. Their commitment to social responsibility within business ventures reflects both personal values and strategic understanding of contemporary consumer expectations for corporate social responsibility. Modern consumers increasingly demand that brands demonstrate genuine commitment to social causes rather than superficial marketing campaigns, creating opportunities for businesses that authentically embrace these values. Houseplant brand architecture. The conceptual foundation of Houseplant as a lifestyle brand, rather than simple cannabis retailer, demonstrates sophisticated understanding of market positioning and consumer psychology within emerging industries. By combining cannabis products with carefully designed lifestyle accessories and home goods, they created a comprehensive brand experience that appeals to consumers seeking elevated rather than stereotypical cannabis culture. The brand name itself represents clever marketing strategy that communicates multiple meanings while avoiding explicit cannabis references that might limit marketing opportunities or alienate potential consumers. The combination of house and plants suggests domestic cultivation, natural products, and home-centered lifestyle choices that resonate with target demographic preferences for authentic, sustainable consumption experiences. Their product development strategy emphasizes design quality and aesthetic appeal rather than simply focusing on cannabis potency or price competitiveness, reflecting their understanding that their target market values sophisticated experiences over basic consumption. This approach differentiates their brand within crowded cannabis markets, while justifying premium pricing strategies that support higher profit margins. The expansion of their product line to include home goods, accessories, and lifestyle products demonstrates strategic vision that extends beyond regulated cannabis products to encompass broader lifestyle branding opportunities. These additional products provide revenue diversification while building brand recognition in markets where cannabis products cannot be legally sold or marketed. Their approach to cannabis business development emphasizes education, social responsibility, and community engagement rather than simply capitalizing on celebrity status for marketing advantages. This strategy reflects genuine commitment to positive industry development while building sustainable competitive advantages through authentic expertise and community relationships. The extensive social impact programs developed through Houseplant address criminal justice, reform, community empowerment. These programs require significant financial investment and ongoing management attention, but they create authentic brand differentiation while supporting positive industry development. Their educational initiatives provide consumers with accurate information about cannabis products, consumption methods, and legal considerations, rather than simply promoting product sales through marketing campaigns. This educational approach builds consumer trust while supporting industry legitimacy. The partnerships they have developed with established cannabis industry companies provide them with operational expertise and regulatory compliance support while allowing them to maintain creative control over brand development and product design. These strategic relationships demonstrate understanding of industry complexities while preserving their unique brand positioning. Market expansion strategies. The Canadian launch of Houseplant provided valuable market testing and operational experience within a regulated cannabis environment before expansion into more complex American markets with varying state regulations and competitive landscapes. This strategic approach allowed them to refine their business model while minimizing regulatory and financial risks associated with larger market. Their gradual expansion into American markets demonstrates careful attention to regulatory compliance and market conditions, rather than aggressive growth strategies that might compromise product quality or legal compliance. This measured approach reflects long-term strategic thinking that prioritizes sustainable growth over rapid market capture. The selective distribution through premium dispensaries and direct sales creates controlled brand experiences. This distribution strategy supports their premium positioning while building relationships with retail partners who share their commitment to customer education and responsible cannabis consumption. Their international expansion plans demonstrate understanding of global cannabis market development while recognizing the complex regulatory environments that govern international cannabis trade. These expansion opportunities require careful legal and strategic planning, but the integration of design expertise from their entertainment industry background into cannabis product development creates unique aesthetic appeal that differentiates their products within markets dominated by medical or utilitarian packaging designs. Their attention to visual design and user experience reflects understanding of consumer psychology and brand positioning strategies. Their collaboration with established manufacturers like OCB for rolling papers demonstrates strategic partnership development that leverages existing industry expertise while maintaining their brand identity and quality standards. These partnerships provide access to specialized manufacturing capabilities while building relationships within the broader cannabis accessory industry. The development of cannabis strains with distinctive characteristics and consistent quality reflects in quality control. This approach requires significant technical knowledge and ongoing investment, but it creates sustainable competitive advantages within commodity cannabis markets. Their home goods and accessory lines demonstrate creative application of design principles across different product categories while maintaining consistent brand aesthetics. These products provide revenue diversification while building brand recognition in markets where cannabis products cannot be direct. The emphasis on authentic personal involvement in business operations, rather than passive celebrity endorsement, reflects their commitment to building sustainable businesses based on genuine expertise and community engagement. This hands-on approach requires significantly more time and attention than typical celebrity business ventures, but it creates stronger brand authenticity and consumer loyalty. Their hiring practices prioritize industry expertise and cultural alignment, rather than simply seeking employees with entertainment industry connections, demonstrating commitment to building professional organizations capable of competing within specialized cannabis markets. This approach ensures operational excellence while maintaining their distinctive brand culture. The integration of social responsibility initiatives into core business operations, rather than treating them as separate philanthropic activities, demonstrates authentic commitment to positive social impact while building competitive advantages through community engagement and brand differentiation. Their transparent communication about business challenges, regulatory complexities, and industry development demonstrates honesty and authenticity. That financial performance and investment strategy. The strategic partnership with Canopy Growth Corporation provided access to established cannabis industry infrastructure and regulatory expertise while maintaining creative control over brand development and product design. This relationship demonstrates sophisticated understanding of strategic partnerships that balance independence with operational support. Their investment in premium product development and brand building rather than aggressive cost reduction or rapid market capture reflects long-term strategic thinking that prioritizes sustainable competitive advantages over short-term profit maximization. This approach requires patient capital and careful financial management. The diversification of revenue streams through lifestyle products, accessories, and potential licensing opportunities provides financial stability while reducing dependence on regulated cannabis sales that face ongoing legal and regulatory uncertainties. This diversification strategy demonstrates prudent risk management. This reinvestment strategy supports sustainable business development while building community, relationships, and brand loyalty that support continued success. Technology integration and digital strategy. The development of direct-to-consumer online sales platforms provides controlled brand experiences while building customer relationships and collecting valuable market data. These digital capabilities become increasingly important as cannabis markets mature. Their social media and digital marketing strategies navigate complex regulatory restrictions while building authentic community engagement and brand awareness. The cannabis industry faces unique marketing challenges due to platform restrictions and regulatory limitations, requiring creative approaches to customer communication and brand building. The integration of educational content into their digital platforms provides value to consumers. This educational approach differentiates their brand while supporting broader industry legitimacy and social acceptance. Their data collection and analysis capabilities provide valuable insights into consumer preferences, market trends, and product performance that inform ongoing product development and marketing strategies. These analytical capabilities become competitive advantages, become more sophisticated and data-driven. Their participation in cannabis policy advocacy and criminal justice reform initiatives demonstrates commitment to positive industry development that extends beyond their immediate commercial interests. This advocacy work requires significant time and resources, but supports long-term industry legitimacy and market development. The educational initiatives they support provide accurate information about cannabis, consumption methods, and legal consistency. These educational efforts benefit the broader cannabis community while building brand credibility and consumer trust. Their collaboration with criminal justice reform organizations addresses historical inequities in cannabis enforcement while supporting community development in areas disproportionately affected by prohibition policies. These partnerships demonstrate authentic social responsibility while building relationships. The policy research and development they support contributes to evidence-based cannabis regulation that benefits consumers, businesses, and communities while promoting responsible industry practices. This research investment supports long-term industry development while building relationships with policymakers and regulatory agencies. The entrepreneurial journey of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg through the cannabis industry represents a masterclass in authentic brand development. Their approach to building Houseplant demonstrates sophisticated understanding of consumer psychology, regulatory environments, and sustainable business practices that extend far beyond typical celebrity endorsement strategies. Their commitment to authenticity permeates every aspect of their business development, from product design and marketing messaging to operational practices and community engagement initiatives. This authentic approach requires significantly more time, effort, and financial investment than traditional celebrity licensing arrangements. But it creates sustainable competitive advantages and genuine consumer loyalty that supports long-term business success. The integration of their entertainment industry expertise with cannabis business development demonstrates strategic thinking that leverages existing strengths while building new competencies in their success in cannabis markets reflects careful application of brand development principles learned through entertainment industry experience, while respecting the unique characteristics and challenges of regulated cannabis markets. Their business philosophy emphasizes quality over quantity, sustainable growth over rapid expansion, and social responsibility over profit maximization, creating a values-driven approach maximates with contemporary consumer while differentiating their brand. The educational initiatives developed by Rogen and Goldberg through Houseplant address fundamental gaps in cannabis consumer knowledge while supporting broader industry legitimacy and social acceptance. Their educational approach emphasizes accurate information, responsible consumption practices, and cultural normalization, rather than simply promoting product sales through marketing campaigns. Their educational content addresses practical topics including consumption methods, dosage guidelines, legal considerations, and product selection criteria that help consumers make informed decisions rather than relying on misinformation or cultural stereotypes about cannabis use. This educational approach builds consumer trust while supporting responsible industry practices that benefit the broader cannabis community. Questionable content into their educational approach positions their brand as a trusted authority while supporting positive industry development through informed consumer behavior. Their commitment to education extends beyond their immediate customer base to encompass broader public education initiatives that address stigma, misinformation, and policy issues affecting cannabis industry development. These educational efforts require significant resource investment, but the comprehensive social responsibility programs developed through Houseplant address historical injustices in cannabis enforcement while supporting community empowerment and economic opportunity in areas disproportionately affected by prohibition policies. Their social responsibility initiatives reflect genuine commitment to positive social change rather than superficial corporate social responsibility marketing campaigns. Their criminal justice reform initiatives include financial support for expungement programs, advocacy for policy reform, and direct assistance to individuals and communities affected by cannabis prohibition. These programs require ongoing financial commitment and active engagement with advocacy organizations, legal services, and affected communities. The diversity and inclusion programs developed through Houseplant address systemic barriers to cannabis industry participation while creating opportunities for underrepresented communities to benefit from cannabis market development. Their diversity initiatives include mentorship programs, business development support, and strategic partnerships with minority-owned cannabis businesses. Their community empowerment initiatives provide economic development support, educational opportunities, and social services to communities disproportionately affected by cannabis prohibition while building authentic relationships with advocacy organizations and community leaders. These programs demonstrate long-term commitment to positive social impact beyond their immediate commercial interests. The product development philosophy embraced by Houseplant emphasizes design excellence, user experience, and aesthetic appeal rather than simply focusing on cannabis potency or price competitiveness. Their design-focused approach differentiates their products within commodity markets, while justifying premium pricing strategies that support higher profit margins and sustainable business development. Their home goods line demonstrates creative application of design principles across multiple product categories. These lifestyle products provide revenue diversification while building brand recognition in markets where cannabis products cannot be directly marketed or sold due to regulatory restrictions. The collaboration with established manufacturers and designers provides access to specialized expertise and manufacturing capabilities, while maintaining their distinctive brand identity and quality standards. These strategic partnerships allow their product packaging and presentation demonstrate sophisticated understanding of retail environments and consumer psychology, creating shelf appeal and brand recognition that supports successful retail partnerships while communicating quality and authenticity to potential customers. Strategic partnerships and market access. The partnership structure developed with Canopy Growth Corporation for their Canadian operations provides access to established cannabis industry infrastructure. This strategic relationship demonstrates sophisticated understanding of partnership dynamics that balance independence with operational support. Their selective distribution strategy through premium dispensaries and direct-to-consumer online sales creates controlled brand experiences while maintaining pricing discipline and product quality standards. This distribution approach supports their premium positioning while building relationships with retail partners. The gradual expansion into American markets reflects careful attention to regulatory compliance and market conditions rather than aggressive growth strategies that might compromise product quality or legal compliance. This measured approach demonstrates long-term strategic thinking that prioritizes sustainable growth over rapid market capture. Their international expansion planning requires careful attention to complex regulatory environments and varying market conditions. These expansion opportunities provide significant growth potential as global cannabis markets continue developing and regulatory frameworks become more standardized. Technology integration and digital innovation. The development of comprehensive digital platforms for customer engagement, education, and e-commerce provides controlled brand experiences, while building valuable customer relationships and market intelligence. Their social media and digital marketing strategies navigate complex regulatory restrictions while building authentic community engagement and brand awareness. The cannabis industry faces unique marketing challenges due to platform restrictions and regulatory limitations, requiring creative approaches to customer communication and brand building that comply with varying jurisdictional requirements. The integration of educational content, product information, and community engagement into their digital platforms creates comprehensive customer experiences that extend beyond simple product promotion to encompass lifestyle content, educational resources, and community-building initiatives that support customer loyalty and brand differentiation. Their data collection and analysis capabilities provide valuable insights into consumer preferences. These analytical capabilities become competitive advantages as cannabis markets become more sophisticated and data-driven. Manufacturing and quality control systems. The quality control systems developed for houseplant products reflect commitment to consistency and excellence that supports premium positioning while ensuring customer safety and satisfaction. Their quality standards exceed minimum regulatory requirements while building brand reputation. Their cultivation partnerships with established growers provide access to specialized agricultural expertise and quality control systems while maintaining their distinctive strain characteristics and consistent product quality. These partnerships allow them to focus on brand development and marketing while ensuring reliable product supply and quality standards. The testing and validation procedures implemented throughout their supply chain ensure product safety, potency, accuracy. These quality assurance systems require ongoing investment but create competitive advantages through superior product reliability. Their packaging and preservation systems protect product quality while communicating brand identity and providing customer information about proper storage, consumption guidelines, and product characteristics. These packaging solutions balance regulatory compliance with marketing objectives and customer. The extensive market research conducted by the houseplant team provides deep understanding of consumer preferences, consumption patterns, and market trends that inform product development, marketing strategies, and business planning decisions. Their research approach emphasizes qualitative consumer insights rather than simply relying on demographic data or industry statistics. Their consumer testing and feedback systems. For consumer testing, these feedback mechanisms create continuous improvement processes that enhance product quality and customer satisfaction, while building brand loyalty through responsive customer service. The competitive analysis and market intelligence gathering conducted by their team provides strategic insights into industry trends, regulatory developments, and competitive positioning that inform business strategy and market expansion planning. These intelligence capabilities become increasingly important as cannabis market. Their trend identification and cultural analysis capabilities allow them to anticipate consumer preference changes and market developments while maintaining relevance within rapidly evolving cultural and regulatory environments. Their decision to avoid external investment in early development phases provides flexibility while building internal capabilities and market validation. Their reinvestment strategy prioritizes product development, quality improvement, and market expansion over immediate profit extraction, demonstrating long-term strategic thinking that builds sustainable competitive advantages while supporting continued business growth and market development. The revenue diversification achieved through lifestyle products, licensing opportunities, and strategic partnerships provides financial stability while reducing dependence on regulated cannabis sales that face ongoing legal and regulatory uncertainties. This diversification strategy demonstrates prudent risk management while building broader market opportunities. These financial management capabilities support long-term business sustainability and growth potential. The entrepreneurial transformation of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, from entertainment industry professionals to cannabis business innovators, demonstrates remarkable strategic thinking and authentic brand development that extends far beyond typical celebrity endorsement ventures. Their journey with Houseplant represents a comprehensive approach to building sustainable business enterprises that prioritize their commitment to authenticity permeates every aspect of their business development, from product design and marketing messaging to operational practices and community engagement initiatives. This authentic approach requires significantly more time, effort, and financial investment than traditional celebrity licensing arrangements, but it creates sustainable competitive advantages and genuine consumer loyalty that supports long-term business success. The integration of their entertainment industry expertise with cannabis business development demonstrates sophisticated understanding of brand development, consumer psychology, and market positioning. Their success reflects careful application of creative and marketing principles learned through decades of entertainment industry experience while respecting the unique characteristics and challenges of regulated cannabis market. Their business philosophy emphasizes quality over quantity, sustainable growth over rapid expansion, and social responsibility over pure profit maximization, creating a values-driven approach that resonates with contemporary consumer expectations while differentiating their brand within increasingly competitive cannabis. Strategic brand architecture and positioning competitive cannabis markets. The conceptual foundation of Houseplant as a comprehensive lifestyle brand, rather than simple cannabis retailer, demonstrates sophisticated understanding of market positioning and consumer psychology within emerging industries. By combining premium cannabis products with carefully designed lifestyle accessories and home goods, they created a cohesive brand experience that appeals to consumers seeking elevated, The brand name itself represents clever marketing strategy that communicates multiple meanings while maintaining mass market appeal and avoiding explicit cannabis references that might limit marketing opportunities or alienate potential consumers. The combination of house and plant suggests domestic cultivation, natural products, and home-centered lifestyle choices that resonate with target demographic preferences for authentic, sustainable consumption. Their product development strategy emphasizes design excellence and aesthetic appeal, rather than simply focusing on cannabis potency or price competitiveness, reflecting their understanding that target markets value sophisticated experiences over basic consumption. This approach differentiates their brand within crowded cannabis markets while justifying premium pricing strategies. The expansion of their product line to include home goods, accessories, and lifestyle products demonstrates strategic vision that extends beyond regulated cannabis products to encompass broader lifestyle branding opportunities. These additional products provide revenue diversification while building brand recognition in markets where cannabis products cannot be legally sold or marketed due to regulatory restrictions. Consumer education and market. The comprehensive educational initiatives developed through Houseplant address fundamental gaps in cannabis consumer knowledge while supporting broader industry legitimacy and social acceptance. Their educational approach emphasizes accurate information, responsible consumption practices, and cultural normalization, rather than simply promoting product sales through traditional marketing campaigns. Their educational content addresses practical topics including consumption methods, dosage guidelines, legal considerations, and product selection criteria that help consumers make informed decisions rather than relying on misinformation or cultural stereotypes about cannabis use. This educational approach while supporting responsible industry practices that benefit the broader cannabis community and regulatory environment. The integration of educational content into their marketing and customer communication demonstrates sophisticated understanding of consumer psychology and social responsibility within emerging industries. These educational efforts require significant resource investment, but create positive social impact, while building brand credibility and industry leadership positions. Social impact and criminal justice reform. The comprehensive social responsibility programs developed through Houseplant address historical injustices in cannabis enforcement, while supporting community empowerment and economic opportunity in areas disproportionately affected by product. Their social responsibility initiatives reflect genuine commitment to positive social change, rather than superficial corporate social responsibility marketing campaigns designed primarily for publicity purposes. Their criminal justice reform initiatives include financial support for expungement programs, advocacy for policy reform, and direct assistance to individuals and communities affected by cannabis prohibition. These programs require ongoing financial commitment and active engagement with advocacy organizations, legal services, and affected communities, rather than passive charitable donations. The diversity and inclusion programs developed through Houseplant address systemic barriers to cannabis industry participation, while creating opportunities for underrepresented communities to benefit from cannabis market development. Their diversity initiatives include mentorship programs, business development support, and strategic partnerships with minority-owned cannabis businesses that provide authentic support rather than token gestures. Their community empowerment initiatives provide economic development support, educational opportunities, and social services to communities disproportionately affected by cannabis prohibition, while building authentic relationships with advocacy organizations and community leaders. These programs demonstrate long-term commitment to positive social impact beyond their immediate commercial interests or marketing objectives. Product innovation and design excellence. The product development philosophy embraced by Houseplant emphasizes design excellence, user experience, and aesthetic appeal, rather than simply focusing on cannabis potency or price competitiveness within commodity markets. Their design-focused approach differentiates their products within crowded markets while justifying premium pricing strategies that support higher profit margins and sustainable business development over time. Their home goods line demonstrates creative application of design principles across multiple product categories while maintaining consistent brand aesthetics and quality standards that reinforce their positioning as a lifestyle brand. These lifestyle products provide revenue diversification while building brand recognition in markets where cannabis products cannot be directly marketed or sold due to regulatory restrictions. Their product packaging and presentation demonstrate sophisticated understanding of retail environments and consumer psychology, creating shelf appeal and brand recognition that support successful retail partnerships while communicating quality and authenticity to potential customers browsing crowded dispensary environments, manufacturing, and quality control systems. The comprehensive quality control systems developed for Houseplant products. Their quality standards exceed minimum regulatory requirements while building brand reputation and customer trust that support long-term business success and customer loyalty. Their cultivation partnerships with established growers provide access to specialized agricultural expertise and quality control systems while maintaining their distinctive strain characteristics. These partnerships allow them to focus on brand batches. The testing and validation procedures implemented throughout their supply chain ensure product safety, potency accuracy, and consistent quality while complying with complex regulatory requirements across different jurisdictions and product categories. These quality assurance systems require ongoing investment but create competitive advantages through superior product reliability and consumer confidence. Their packaging and preservation systems These packaging solutions balance regulatory compliance requirements with marketing objectives and customer convenience while maintaining premium positioning and brand differentiation. Strategic partnerships and market access. The strategic partnership structure, developed with Canopy Growth Corporation, for their Canadian operations, provided access to established cannabis industry infrastructure and regulatory expertise, while maintaining creative control over brand development. This strategic relationship demonstrated sophisticated understanding of partnership dynamics that balance operational support with creative independence. Their selective distribution strategy through premium dispensaries and direct-to-consumer online sales creates controlled brand experiences while maintaining pricing discipline and product quality standards across different sales channels. This distribution approach supports the premium positioning. The gradual expansion into American markets reflects careful attention to regulatory compliance and market conditions, rather than aggressive growth strategies that might compromise product quality or legal compliance. This measured approach demonstrates long-term strategic thinking that prioritizes sustainable growth over rapid market capture and short-term revenue maximization. Their international expansion too complex. These expansion opportunities provide significant growth potential as global cannabis markets continue developing and regulatory frameworks become more standardized over time. Technology integration and digital innovation. Development of comprehensive digital platforms for customer engagement, education, and e-commerce provides controlled brand experiences while building valuable customer relationships and market intelligence that inform ongoing business. Their social media and digital marketing strategies navigate complex regulatory restrictions while building authentic community engagement and brand awareness within target demographics. The cannabis industry faces unique marketing challenges due to platform restrictions and regulatory limitations, requiring creative approaches to customer communication and brand building that comply with varying jurisdictional requirements. The integration of educational content, product information, and community engagement into their digital platforms creates comprehensive customer experiences that extend beyond simple product promotion to encompass lifestyle content, educational resources, and community-building initiatives that support customer loyalty and brand differentiation within competitive markets. Their data collection and analysis capabilities provide valuable insights into consumer preferences, market trends, and product performance that inform ongoing product development, marketing strategies, and business planning decisions. These analytical capabilities become competitive advantages as cannabis markets become more sophisticated and data-driven over time. Market research and consumer insights. The extensive market research conducted by the houseplant team provides deep understanding of consumer preferences, consumption patterns, and market trends that inform product development, marketing strategies, and business planning decisions across all product categories. Their research approach emphasizes qualitative consumer insights rather than simply relying on demographic data or industry statistics. Their consumer testing and feedback systems provide ongoing validation of product development decisions while identifying opportunities for improvement and innovation across their product portfolio. These feedback mechanisms create continuous improvement processes that enhance product quality and customer satisfaction while building brand loyalty through responsive customer service and product refinement. The competitive analysis and market intelligence gathering conducted by their team provides strategic insights into industry trends, regulatory developments, and competitive positioning that inform business strategy and market expansion planning. These intelligence capabilities become increasingly important as cannabis markets become more competitive and sophisticated with established players and new entrants. Their trend identification and cultural analysis capabilities allow them to anticipate consumer preference changes and market developments while maintaining relevance within rapidly evolving cultural and regulatory environments. These forecasting abilities support proactive business planning and strategic positioning that maintains competitive advantages over time.